So my last video of us working on this, I used my microphone, and I didn't like any of the quality of the sound. Even at my prelude at Brawl, I used my microphone because I thought it would help with all the car noises. I didn't like it while editing, and I don't know if you guys are going to like it when it goes on YouTube. But, so here we go. What do we have to do with this? We just recently learned of a cleanup show. It's a little bit far away in Burford, and it's a little bit far away. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to put a new starter into this, and we're going to see if it tries to run. So I did find a starter. So I had a 4.3 a couple years ago, and I had this starter, and then I kind of let it sit outside in the rain for almost a year, where my roof, the eaves troughs would drip right onto it all summer and all winter. Wish I brought it inside, but we're going to figure out if this thing works. And then we're going to hopefully install it into this truck, and then we're going to take the torch and cut the motor mount so we don't kill another starter. And then we got to fix the brakes because I cut them at the show. They okayed all my threaded rod repairs to ball joints. And then the next thing is to make sure this thing still is reversed, because I don't know. I hit somebody and couldn't move. I don't know if I dug a hole or if I lost reverse. So first things first, let's bench test this starter. And then we'll put this starter in there, and then we'll see if this thing runs. That's step one. Here's how we're going to bench test this grinder. We're going to take this booster pack, we're going to put it on boost, put the negative right to the starter, make sure we got a good negative, hook the positive to where it goes to the battery normally. Then we're just going to simulate jumping the starter to the main power, which basically is the same thing. In the vehicle, this will always have power to the battery, and then when you jump the starter by pushing that wire or touching those wires together, you're sending power to this. So all we're going to do is steal power from this and send it to this. So let's see if this starter kicks on. Doesn't sound the best. It might be the booster pack, but as far as I'm concerned, after a year and a half of sitting outside in the rain, that's a good starter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull that starter off, we're going to put this starter on, and then see if it starts. Because that's the purpose. If this thing runs, then it's worth plating the frame and trying to get another run out of it. If it doesn't run, or if it doesn't drive, then we have bigger problems. But let's go for the easiest problem first, which is to get this thing running. So we got the new starter hooked up. I'm not going to have the computer on, because I don't want the thing to actually run, because it's 7 a.m. You know what? Screw it. Let's hear this puppy run. I think the battery might be dead. But it turns over now. So the starter was definitely an issue. So don't mind all the hammer marks in it. What we're going to focus in is this right here. See this big dent? So what happened was I made that one hit, and the driver's side frame tweaked up, and then the driver's side frame tweaked, and then the passenger motor mount hit the starter and just mangled the end of the starter. Like, I bet you if I just smash it that way, it would be okay, but I didn't think that motor mount would be an issue. There was quite a bit of space in between. But I was wrong. That's all that matters to me. Is it fired? Prove to me it runs. So now we can get the frame straightened around this thing. Because now we can plate it. So let's get this thing up so I get an idea of what needs to be fixed, what needs to be straightened for this. So we got the Avalanche up in a super terrifying position. That's right. We got the 2 rear tires off the ground. This one a little more than the other one. We have all the wooden blocks there. We got the 10-ton hydraulic press maxed out. We have the Walden on 2 wheels? 3 wheels. Spin that wheel for me, Eddie, would you? Oh, no, it's on 2 wheels. It's on 2 wheels. Do it again, do it again. Alright guys, I flipped this Walden once. We don't need to flip it twice. So what we're going to do is, while I have all the pressure on the frame, I got this about as good as I'm going to get it. I'm just going to take a wire wheel, I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to put a plate right here. And by putting this plate right here, I think that's about as straight as this thing's going to get. Once this plate's on, then we can take all this pressure off and then go do the other plate. But I got to be terrified of these forks here almost hitting me. So we got this plate on. We got that plate on. We're going to be putting this plate on now. And we got that plate on. So we got this thing pretty much plated up. Unfortunately, by us trying to straighten this thing, we blew a line on the Walden. Which wouldn't be a big deal, you know, we get it replaced and take our time. But we needed it today because we have Josh and Roy over and they're stealing a damn engine from me. They're like, hey, we're gonna take this. And I was like, oh, don't let me catch you taking it. So there they are, stealing it. Right?
Tightening it, Josh? Yeah, no, I went up and I couldn't get it out.
These guys here are taking it apart. So they're gonna be taking this 5.3 2-wheel drive because, as you guys know, I like the V6s because I like to be different. So they're pulling out all the electronics for it and taking transmission, cross member, drive shaft, front suspension, steering, everything with it. So we're just gonna help them get it on their vehicle. We don't know how we're gonna do it yet, but it's gonna get on there. Well guys, it's like 7:30 in the morning. Harley's upset because I woke her up. We got the Dodge running. We got the truck tied down. We got it fully plated up. I didn't really film too much at the end of this because I got distracted with other things. If you guys don't notice, I've got about, I know it's hard to tell, but I've gotten about 20 cars out of here. But fall's coming, so I'm trying to make some space. But my problem is I keep going and buying these things. I got a phone call to go pick up this yesterday. Oh, but we are getting rid of a lot of things out of here. We got my winter truck back. It's ready to go. I should pack these for Tucker, just in case. But yeah, so this thing here is ready to go pretty much. Steven's took in a little bit, actually he's put more timing into it because I didn't feel like the timing was right. And we got all of our plates on there. We got reverse in the transmission. We got the tire fixed. This thing is ready to rock. It's not really a great truck. I really don't want to store it out over the winter. So my plan is to get one more run, cut the truck in half, save the front end, save the rear end, save the drive shaft, take everything out of the interior, and then scrap the rest of it. Because I don't want to store all this stuff over the winter, and then we'll put the motor underneath the building so that way it doesn't get screwed up over winter. And we'll try another truck come next year, I think. But this one here is pretty much at the end of my patience, and I don't want to keep it another winter. So we're taking it to Burford, which is to a company called I Am Demolition Derby here in Ontario, and we've never ever ran one of their shows before. So we'll give an honest opinion of what we see. This is probably going to be one of their bigger shows. I think Pumpkin Smash this might be Pumpkin Smash. I don't know, but I want to see what the show's like. They are starting to get more and more shows around me, so I'd like to see what it's like to run their derby. So we'll see. She wants to come, but I don't think she can do a full day with me at the derbies anymore. We'll have to see. She might come, she might not, I don't know. But as of right now, this is where we are. So thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna go smash this thing up today, hopefully.